Ian Deakin joins us after our final pre-season game. Just 7 days out, do you think the squad's about ready?
Obviously, we've got quite a few injuries at the minute. Two's come off today. Obviously, Sam coming off a bit bigger blow for us. But yeah, you look at the injury list at the minute, and it's not fantastic. I'm not going to lie, but we've got 3 players away that was unavailable today. Hershey's on a talent ID course, and Yates and Linden are away, which we knew about before pre-season. All the dates were in for the holidays and stuff. So, it's not a major concern because I think we've got a strong squad. Tough game today, kind of a total contrast of where we was at kind of Thursday night and the previous games. But I cut them a little bit of slack. 2 games in 48 hours is tough. But like I said, this pre-season has been designed for it to be tough and be tested, and they got tested today by a very good side. And I watched them a few times last year. They've got a really, really good, strong group of players, and the resources to fund that, which is evident on the pitch. But I think I was trying to give some of the lads today chances that's not been playing many minutes to prove to them that we want to be here come next week and be in that squad. And unfortunately, some of them didn't take it. But that's the harsh reality of football. It's something that happens from time to time where you just all of a sudden get a load of injuries at once. And I put faith in the players that went out there today, and they just was lax and it was off it a little bit. And so it's under no circumstances that I've told them that isn't good enough. But I think sometimes it might be a silver cloud, and they'll go into next week now with a point to prove.
So you did say you had to make some changes, given lads a few chances, which will leave us played the last 2 games in goal. Is there anything that you've seen from those you've given a chance, which has you interested a little bit and made you think a bit more?
Yeah, I mean, they're coming into a team that's obviously had a good run of form in pre-season, but with all due respect, pre-season results mean absolutely nothing. It's about come the first kick of the ball next week and how you go for the next 9 months. And the young lads that's come in, Kobe's, they always give their all. And I think I said to Mitch today, it'll be a very, very good test for you in terms of a physical aspects, in terms of coming to command your box and making the right decisions, because it's important in that split second you have to make the right one. And not ideal going obviously down 1-0 in 3 minutes. But I said to him, you made a positive decision coming out. I'd rather you do that than be indecisive. So it's all part of their learning process, and they're going to peak and trough with them being so young. There's a few players out there today, like Coxey's come on and he's been injured for a lot of pre-season. But there are still players, first team players, senior players out there. And I thought, to be fair, Jono and Dicko worked tirelessly, and Minks did today. And it was a hot day, tough conditions again. And obviously playing 48 hours prior, it's always difficult to keep the energy levels and that performance up. But like I said, they're going to have to go and do that Saturday, Tuesday in the league with an extra 24 hours. So, yes, there's some good young players here as well. But I think, looking at that with the injuries we've got, we might have to look to strengthen just before the start of the season and give some more competition for places. And, it's most importantly for the young ones, they're playing week in, week out, and that's how they develop. So, yeah, the lads did okay today, to be fair.
So that is pre-season out of the way now. 7 days until the first game. How do you approach Tuesday, Thursday, and then that first game? Is there anything in particular that you're looking to see in the lads or looking to implement at that final stage?
I think it's just making sure that everybody's fresh. We'll assess obviously some of the players that's been out injured for a bit. Some of them are just precautionary. We just don't want to bring them back too soon. So obviously we'll get a full week's training in with the lads, probably a lot more detail going in. Obviously me and the staff will watch the games and the footage of the teams that we're playing against upcoming and implement a game plan hopefully to win those games. But I think mainly is now making sure that we've got a clean bill of health for the players that we're going to take in and to next week's squad. And hopefully that they'll have a little bit more of a lighter week this week. They'll still work hard obviously and be sharp, but we've got to assess a few of the players, and one's coming back, and obviously the ones that's come off today, or LV's come off with a bit of a dead leg, so kind of a precautionary, we took him off early into the second half with a view to obviously making sure that he's fresh and ready to go next week.